Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and in today's video I will be reacting to linebacker Devin White requesting a trade from the Bucks and if the Washington Commanders should pursue him. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content. Also hit that like button and that notification bell as well so you never miss a video. Background will get fixed next video. So it was reported today by Jenna Lane from ESPN that, Devin White is requesting a trade from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's fed up kind of with the contract situation, I believe. He's entering his 5th year with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers I think it was with a 4th overall pick a few years ago. Has been pretty good for a while, helped them win a Super Bowl, and now is, I guess, available in a trade. We'll see what happens if he ends up getting traded. This could just be a negotiation tactic to kind of force the Bucks' hand and make them pay him, or maybe the Bucks just don't want to pay him and they will trade him to a team that wants him. So Devin White is a young, all-pro linebacker. I don't think he was all-pro this year, but he's been all-pro in the past. I'm going to read out his stats right here, and some of his height: 6 foot, 237 pounds, 25 years old, was the 5th overall pick in 2019. And yeah, I mean, he's a very good linebacker. Not great in coverage, very solid in the run game. Sometimes over pursues in the run game. Sorry, trying to close out that ad. So looking at his stats, over 100 tackles in almost every single year except for his rookie year where he had 90 tackles, but in 2020 140 tackles, in 2021 had 128 tackles, and 124 tackles in 2022. And the only reason he didn't get 100 tackles in 2019 is because he missed 3 games with I don't know what injury, but interception, has 1 interception in his career and has 20.5 sacks in his 4-year career. So averaged about 5 per season, had 9 in 2020. So he's very, very good in my opinion in the run game, is all over the place, is a good tackler. In coverage though, he is not great. He is not great. And you got to take PFF with a grain of salt, and I don't agree with this grade at all, but you look at his grades, they're just awful. And sometimes, like, PFF has, it's just, I guess, the way their system works, but, it doesn't favor certain players. Like Deron Payne, his grades are always so low. I'm not sure what it was this past season, but his grades are usually really, really low, even when he has great games and great seasons. PFF likes to grade him pretty low, but you look at this 45.5 grade this in 2022. You look at 2021, he had a grade of 36, and then in 2020 he had a grade of 43, and that was the year where he had 140 tackles, a forced fumble, fumble recovery, and had 9 sacks. Like, for him to have a 36 grade is just absolutely insane, or 40 grade is absolutely insane. And then 2019 he was graded a 52, which was his best grade. So PFF does not really like Devin White. They do not like Devin White, and not sure why, but I definitely don't think he's this bad. He might not be as good as some people think, where he's like one of the better like a top 3 linebacker in the league. I don't agree with that, but he is a very solid linebacker and is going to get paid. Like, the league will definitely view him differently than PFF does. And in terms of the Commanders, do I think they should do this? Well, first off, they don't have a lot of cap space. I believe they have around $2.5 million in cap space. Devin White's cap hit is 11.7 mil, and they can, do things to lower that cap hit. One being an extension. I mean, I'm not trading for Devin White unless I get an extension done with him. There's no way I would do that. So if you get an extension done with him, you can probably lower that cap number to like 4 mil. Still though, that puts you over the cap, and also you have to allocate about $3.5 million for this upcoming rookie class. So if you trade for Devin White, you're going to either have to trade a player and a pick for him, or trade for him, extend him, lower that cap hit, cut Andrew Norwell, cut or substantially reduce Chase Roulier's contract, restructure or cut Logan Thomas, and then restructure another deal. If you do all of that, then you'd probably be able to, get a deal done with Devin White for him to come here. And him, part of the reason why he's so good, he plays behind a great defensive line, or they were pretty good, especially his first 2 to 3 years, or really 2020 to 2021, had a very, very solid, D-line with Jason Pierre-Paul, Shaq Barrett, Vita Vea, and, Ndamukong Suh is okay as well for them. I think our D-line as a whole, when healthy, is probably better than that D-line. And so Devin White is definitely going to reap the benefits of that if he plays here. But would I do it? I don't know. I really don't know what you would have to trade for him. I'm thinking probably similar to what Roquan Smith got, which is around a second-round pick from the Ravens, I believe. So maybe in that range, like a second or like a third and a fourth could get it done, because you're going to have to pay him. And at this point, I don't know if I would put him in that same tier as Roquan Smith. I might put Roquan Smith above him. I think it's debatable, but for me, I don't know. I mean, we do need linebacker help badly. We have Jamin Davis, who's still improving. He's a project. And you got Cody Barton, who we'll see how he does, but he's not amazing. You could use another linebacker. You could use another linebacker for sure, and Devin White could be that guy and would be the best linebacker we've had in a long, long time. But you're going to have to give up draft capital for him, which honestly isn't a big deal. Like, if you have to give up draft capital, that's fine, but it's really the amount of money you're going to have to pay for him. And also, this team doesn't really value linebackers that much. So I don't think Ron's going to do it for a multitude of reasons, which I just listed, but I'll recap. The money, because he usually doesn't like to spend a lot of money. Also, hasn't really made many trades. And then also, he doesn't, we don't have, much money. We have like $3 million, $2.5 million in cap space, and you're going to have to give up draft capital as well. So if I had to guess, I would probably say like a 5 to 10% chance that this happens. I really don't see it happening. But if it did, for the right price, I would not mind it at all, because we do need a linebacker, and, you can extend him. If you feel comfortable with the player, I would go ahead and do it, but don't see Ron doing it. I saw Jeff Okudah got traded today to the Falcons for a 5th-round pick. I know he's, definitely has been super, super underwhelming. He's also had some injuries, but 5th-round pick, I would do that for sure. I mean, a 5th-round pick is nothing. Yes, you can find good players in the 5th round. For the most part, though, you don't find good players in the 5th round. So finding, trading a 5th-round pick for a guy that was drafted number 3 overall is, in my opinion, a good trade, because at the worst, you lose the 5th-round pick, which most of the time happens anyways when you draft these players, but you have the potential of him being what the Lions draft him with the number 3 overall pick. Probably not going to happen, but maybe it's somewhere in between those where he ends up being a really solid player, and hey, a really solid cornerback for a 5th-round pick. I think teams would do that every single day of the week. So good move by the Falcons. And Lions, I don't know, for a 5th-round pick, I would have just probably kept him and see what he did, and see if you got to maybe traded him during the trade deadline. It is what it is, though. Just my thoughts on that situation and the Devin White situation. So let me know if you guys would trade for Devin White in the comment section below, and let me know if you guys notice a difference in the camera quality. Switch up the cameras. Let me know down below. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.